Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my first XRP video of 2024. We're going to talk about institutions. We're going to talk about some XRP news. We're going to take a look at the market and let's have a little bit of fun. I have some pretty cool updates here for you. I have this clip by Raw Powell, which is really cool. Coinbase issues major statement on CNBC, some other Ripple news, as well as Coinbase, and then XRP holders. This is massive confirmation. So a lot of really cool stuff in this video. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Crypto Sensei. Welcome to your crypto journey. I post a lot of stuff that's going on in the crypto space, things that I am investing in, things that I am bullish on. And if you like this channel, I love you the best. All right, High Vibe put this out. XRP holders set the stage. It looks like XRP chart is golden. XRP holders are sitting on a jackpot. I really hope so. That would be great for all of us. I know a lot of you have been holding for a very long time, longer than I have. I've been in the crypto space for 4 years, and it would be good to see some really new highs for XRP. And I believe that it's coming one day here. 97% of payments leaders believe blockchain and digital assets will have a significant role in enabling faster payments within the next 3 years. In our latest payments guide, discover how to accelerate global payments for IT services business. So what I wanted to talk to you about is this. CBDC adoption is happening slower than we expected. There's 130 countries out in the world that are working on some type of CBDC. They're at different stages. Obviously, we can go through all the countries, but I don't know if you have the time to do all that. But we are waiting. Where do I see this all coming to a head? You're going to see a wholesale version before you see a retail version of a CBDC, and you are going to start seeing those more and more coming out. You're going to see a lot of news posted in 2024 into 2025, but I still don't think you're going to get really big CBDC adoption until we get to 26, 27, and 28. Realistically, in my point of view, with all the stuff that I'm seeing, being online 12, 13 hours a day, that's my time frame. And I would love to be wrong. There could be some black swan event that rushes a CBDC to our doorstep. Real quickly, I know there's a lot of people that are against CBDCs. I know there's a lot of FUD out there about government control and things like that. I'm not saying that I'm for them. I just know that they are coming. I'm a realist. There's nothing that we can do to stop them. Governments are going to need to get out of this money printing business that they're in, and the CBDC is maybe a way for them to do that. From ISO, we are expecting loads of price fluctuations in the coming weeks. Critical factor is for spot inflows of new money. That's what we need. We need new investors coming into the space, pumping our bags up, because we were here through the entire bear market. I've aged 10 years in a year and a half because of the crypto market. So I'm ready for this new money to enter the space. Traders will lose money in crypto because they don't understand the reflexity of the upcoming bull market. Prices will go much further than expected. This is absolutely true. If you think prices are good now, what do you think they're going to be in 12 months from now, right? When there's another trillion or 2 trillion, maybe even 3 trillion in the space, right? Institutions are ready. Countries are getting ready with adoption and regulation. Now it's time. It's our time. If you're not focusing on the crypto market right now, you are doing life all wrong. Please pay attention, because this is the time that you're not going to be able to come back. You're not going to be able to hit restart. You're not going to be able to rewind. You need to focus now more than ever. If you need help in the crypto space, we created a WAP account for Cryptonairz. I think we've had 94, 95 people join in the last 45 days. People are finding value in our community. We have ordinals information. We have airdrop information. I'm doing 2 chats in there a week talking about the market and updates like this. There's so much valuable information in there. Please, 7-day free trial down in the description. Holler at us. Come in. It's free. 7 days. Come see it. If you hate us, leave. But I think you're going to get value, and I think you're going to grow as an individual. CNBC says spot Bitcoin ETF expected first week of January. Raw Powell says Bitcoin ETF rejection could crash the market. So we've seen this video before, right? This video has played with us, right? Where 6 years ago, the spot Bitcoin ETF was denied and Bitcoin just tanked. So we don't really know. We're walking on eggshells right now, right? It could be a major sell the news event, but let me play this for you. If you're not paying attention right now, check this out.
Another mantra that I have when you're in the middle of a bull market that has the macro behind it is it's all fucking noise. It's just noise. And has the main thesis changed? Is the world becoming less digital or more digital every day? More. Are investors who aren't exposed to it getting more interested in it? Yes. Is there capital flow coming in? Yes. Is the business cycle supportive? Are liquidity conditions supportive? Yes. In which everything else is noise. So it doesn't change anything. It actually gives it a higher probability of rising. And it gives it a higher probability of rising if you flushed out the leverage.
because you flushed out the leverage. All right, let's see it. All right, so Coinbase issues major statement on CNBC. The US spot Bitcoin ETF is a big deal, and as people are making it out to be, the impact will be explosive.
So this Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF for the US markets, really as foundational and as big a deal as people are making it out to be. It's a structural market change for this asset class that's coming into its being. The noise and chatter around this approval is certainly intensifying, and we'll see how things play out. But the way we see it is that there's going to be secular demand and funds flows that are going to be coming into this asset class, this asset in particular. And then when you couple that with the halving that's coming up, which will reduce the block subsidy that's on the supply side by half, those two factors will, I think, combine together to be pretty exciting. I think one thing that's...
I keep thinking of Chronic 2001, that song, Explosive, West Coast shit. I'm a little older, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about, move on. January 2024, Goldman Sachs predicts crypto market to explode as regulation of blockchains will mature digital assets in 2024. Tokenization will find a niche in 2024. So you're seeing a lot of mainstream news starting to cover crypto. It's getting more exciting. People are paying attention. Retail is coming back. This is our time. All right, let's get it. So Rafa Common put this out. Ripple's vast virtual asset service provider is VASP, licensed via Ireland. CB includes transfer of digital assets, exchange between digital assets and fiat, necessarily or formerly known as exchange between DAs, LHMs, and providing custodian wallets and all the above. Ripple is getting into the custody business because that's where a lot of money is going to be, right? It's just exciting to see what they're doing. Ripple kind of masters an area and then they move on. They master an area and then they move on. I love it. 801 XRP put this out. Coinbase Institutional 2024 Crypto Market Outlook, Tokenization. However, these efforts have largely been permission changed with closed source smart contracts. Technology providers in the private blockchain space appear to be consolidating around 4 primary solutions. You have Hyperledger's platform suite, you have Consensus Quorum, you have Digital Asset Canton, and you have Corda. R3 Quarter and XTC are two peas in a pod, okay? Each platform has its own distinct ecosystems, but different projects built on the same technology stack are not automatically interoperable due to the physical separation of networks. These networks need to agree on common standards and protocols that will enable operability, right? And so this is Coinbase Institutional 2024 Market Outlook. This is pulled the information from and talking about what he went over in his little synopsis there. All right, High Vibe put this out. XRP holders, this is massive confirmation from Coinbase. Check this out.
But given the demand, in terms of the crypto trading and associated services, where have you seen the most demand from your client base?
Hi, Will. Thanks very much for having me. Just before I answer this question, it's worth giving a bit of context about the formation of crypto as an asset class. Over the last 20 years, new markets have been created and adopted by institutions. We're talking about FX, treasuries, credit, EM, commodities, derivatives, structured products, and so on. Typically, it takes around 3 to 5 years before clients and their banking and trading partners all adopt a new vertical. But in 2020, crypto markets compacted a 5-year into a 1-year cycle. The end of 2020 kicked off an institutional onboarding year in 2021 as traditional finance participants started to engage in crypto ecosystem in earnest. Institutional clients' volumes basically 10x as they traded $1.1 trillion in volume in cryptocurrency on Coinbase from $1 billion the year before. Wow. So now to answer your question, I would say every type of institutional investors have been very much involved in 2021, and each for their own reasons. So let's start with hedge funds, which are the primary users and who are using our flagship prime brokerage services to create, maintain, and refine their edge in generating alpha. The second bucket is VCs, and they continue to deploy capital in the crypto economy as digital assets and blockchain technology are increasingly viewed as providing uncorrelated returns. The flows are driven mostly by LPs and asset owners who are looking to allocate to growth investments in a low-yield environment. The next bucket, family offices, they enjoy lower regulatory and shareholder obligations compared to institutions. And that enables them to be more future forward and seek higher growth strategies. I would say that they were the earliest entrants to crypto as long-term investors. And this was also driven by the next generations that are more open to crypto and digital assets than their parents. Now, to a lesser degree, I would say asset managers, who are the gatekeepers of roughly 200 trillions of capital. Their investment mandates and fiduciary duties are unfortunately requiring much longer due diligence. So adoption is taking time with this group. And it's however a question of when, not if. And at Coinbase, being a publicly listed company, we're playing a huge role thanks to a very robust suite of products and services for this micro segment. Finally, the last segment is about corporates. Very different is not necessarily about investment, but the utility function of digital assets beyond the investment aspect of tokens resonates very strongly with them. Use cases such as merchant payments, treasury management, and NFTs to better engage with their clients and fans are a proof that this segment is re-entering as an early adoption phase.
Early adoption phase. If you can hear, guys, I've been very sick the last maybe 10 days. That's why you haven't seen me too much here on YouTube, but I am slowly getting better, and I will be trying to put out videos every day for you as we grow into this enormous, beautiful space. Like, I almost cried the other day because just it was, if you made it through the bear market, you know how tough it was. And if now we're on the other side of it, it feels really good, right? Feels really good. All right. All planned, controlled demolition. This is what is coming. All right. So there's a lot of fear out, right? This is what people watch. I don't know. I guess as human beings, fear drives us to act. But this gentleman's going to break this all down for you. Just, the world is not ending tomorrow. Okay. So don't go out and feel like you have to just make a move right now. Take your time, do your due diligence, do your research, talk to your financial advisor, do all of that stuff that you need to do, be prepared, and get ready.
Here's the thing, Lael Brainard, she just ran point for FedNow, which just came out a few months ago. That's like Venmo and Zelle on steroids, backed by the Federal Reserve. It will take the place of checks and wires within 1 year. But as far as the central bank digital currency, you're right. How do you get people to take it? How do you get people to say, I'm not going to take that?
The way you get people to take a CBDC is very simple. Universal basic income. I have been saying this for years, okay? And I even said that Canada is going to do it first. And what is happening? Canada is going to be offering $2,000 a month to anybody over 17 years old. The bill is in the Senate right now. I don't really follow too much politics in Canada and what's happening, but I know that is coming. And that is how you get people to start using a CBDC. You throw money at them, okay? And I know everyone's sitting there saying, Sensei, I'll never use a CBDC. Okay, let's talk about it if the government offers you $2,000 a month, right? And then maybe your wife gets $2,000 a month, or maybe get $1,000 per kid. People will adopt things if they're given money or a reason to adopt it.
Watch dang thing that is programmable, and they can lock me out of my own money if I don't get a vaccine, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. Well, I'll tell you how you do it. You lose the world reserve status. You create an event where the dollar gets dumped globally, interest rates spike to the moon, everything collapses, and those SOBs did it to us. But have no fear, because Lael Brainard is here, and she ran point on development with MIT of the new central bank digital currency. And I know you guys have lost everything. We understand that your stock portfolio has blown up. All the money in the banks have blown up because the banks are on razor's edge, and rates went so high, not by the Fed. It's a byproduct of what those guys did. And now all the money in the banks are gone, and the banks have collapsed. But all you need to do is sign on the dotted line. Take this CC, we make you whole. And now you have an event that people will rally behind, just like half the public rallied behind wearing masks and doing things without evidence, without proof. We all knew better.
Does anyone remember the trucks parked outside of hospitals with bodies in them because they couldn't get them? The morgue was full. I think a lot of people forget that we lived through it, and you turn on the news, we were home every day. We lived through it as a population, right? Globally, we lived through some of the toughest times mankind has seen, right? Going through that, right? I don't like the whitewashing of trying to color around, oh, this didn't happen, this didn't happen. Not a big fan of it, but I'll continue.
The same thing is true here. They will prey upon the gullible nature of the West to believe that we were victims in all of this. And it's the only way, in my mind, that you can get people to take the CB. Everyone I talk to every day, I'm not taking that thing, but what happens if the dollar blows up the way that I mentioned? Because we're going to lose the reserve status or the petro status, and no one has to hold dollars anymore, and every country in the world has had to hold them for 50 years. Boom, they dump them. Massive inflation, interest rates spike, everything collapses, including the banks. Have no fear. Sign on the dotted line and you'll be made whole. So I do think it's coming. The BIS said everyone needs to have one. It was written into executive order. It's coming. If you take all of the global GDP, all of it, 95% of the global GDP or the countries that stand behind it, every single one of them have a CBDC either operational or in development. It's coming, and either you get prepared for it best you can, or you get run over by it. And I think that is, I agree with you. This is intentional. It's too stupid to be stupid otherwise.
Andy Shipman probably talks to his rich friends every day. He doesn't really talk with normal people. So he really can't sit down in your shoes and say, hey, what are you going through? Do you need help right now? Because the middle class is struggling. And this guy probably has no freaking clue about it, right? CBDCs are coming, and that is why I own an asset like an XRP, like XLM, like XTC. I think some of these assets are going to be used in a major way by central banks, right? You're never going to have a bank account with the Fed. Your bank account will be directed to your bank like it is today, and your bank will have an account with the Fed. Okay, the government is not going to come in and deny certain transactions, right? If your bank denies those transactions, that is what's called. But don't let somebody else's fear of what's coming dictate what you do in life. All right, you are in control. You have the time, you have the smarts, you have the know-how. You're here in the crypto space. As this market is maturing, you're smart enough to be here while all of your friends maybe say things behind your back and say you don't know what you're talking about. But if you are making money and you are having fun, you are in the right place at the right time, and CBDCs are only going to help crypto adoption and to move us forward. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Crypto Sensei. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time. Bye.